Iqra Aziz, such a pleasure to be here with you. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you so much for having me here.
Where do I begin? There's so many things to congratulate you for. Let's start with the engagement. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling right now?
By last night I was very surprised and emotional, but today morning I feel happy.
Okay.
And I feel different a little bit, not much maybe.
What changes? Because obviously you and Yasir have been together for a while now. You obviously made things official with the engagement at the LSAs. We'll come to the proposal in a moment. But what changes overnight?
Maybe what you feel for your partner, because it's official and then people know it, the fraternity knows it, and you don't have to be shy telling people that maybe we're together and maybe there's something serious and you'll be getting married and all of that. You don't have to hide anything and it's all out there, and you know, you're just feeling good and happy.
Did you know about the proposal?
I did not. Maybe my reaction wasn't the cliche reaction every girl gives, like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry, or maybe I am crying, I am in tears, and it takes 5 minutes for the girl to accept the fact that, oh, the man got on one knee and proposed to you with a ring and said, kya tum mujhse shaadi karoge, and all of that. I wasn't into that because I was already emotional with the awards and everything. तो मुझे उस वक्त तक तो समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था. I was like shocked. I was like, because I thought that his one joke or his one skit is left, because what he told me that he has this long thing with Sabah and then he has this. So I thought maybe there's this one joke which is left and he got back and now it's his thing and he has this stage by himself. And then he was there and I was like, okay, he has his joke and all of that. And it was
oh, so you didn't even know he was coming back on stage?
No, I was waiting for him to like maybe joke around or maybe come downstairs and talk to people like he does. Or जैसे हम awards में भी हुआ था Toronto में. Then he just came down and he was like, and I'm like, okay, अच्छा फिर वो करीब आ रहा है, and then he's talking to me. He's like directly talking to me, but he's not looking at me. And I know what his confident walk is. He's like, when he's confident, he knows what he's doing, and maybe if it's planned, then he's like, okay, I am walking in your face. But then he was like, and then he's not even looking at me. He's like, तो फिर मुझे कोई पसंद आ गया and all of that. मुझे आधी से ज़्यादा बात सुनाई नहीं दी थी, because I was just looking at him into his eyes at what he's doing, and there are so many people here, and my mother was sitting there in the audience at that time. She wasn't there at the awards when I was getting my awards and all of that, but she was there when I was getting proposed. So I was like, yeah, maybe बैठी हुई है, ये क्या कर रहा है and all of that, and then he was there on his knees and he was like, मुझसे शादी करोगी.
And that moment when he was there on one knee, describe that.
I think for every girl, like she always thinks of this feeling कि कभी कोई आएगा मुझे बोलेगा तो मुझसे शादी करोगी, और you know एक वो आपने romanticize किया हुआ था उस moment को कि you know the guy would come on one knee and with a ring and be like, will you marry me? So I had all of that on my mind, but having this thing as well, that you have Yasir Hussain by your side, and he's a very funny guy and he's not that of a Shah Rukh Khan type of guy, तो वो फिर आप नहीं सोचते इतना कि यासिर ऐसा करेगा.
You know, I was saying to you before we began, was it your dream proposal? And you said yes, it was. But some people would be like, but it's kind of just being an exhibitionist. It's like putting yourself on such a public platform. It's kind of taking advantage of all the lights and cameras and all the attention. But that's what you wanted.
At that time, I did not focus on all the cameras which were on us, or maybe the most senior actors which was sitting right beside me.
Really awkward.
Nadeem ji and Shabnam ji, and I was awkward at that time as well. Like, okay, कुछ गलत तो नहीं कर दिया हमने, like we were talking about it. तो उस वक्त बस ये था कि ये क्या कर रहा है और मैं कैसा feel कर रही हूँ. That was the most important thing. I forgot who was around me. I forgot where I am, and I was just into him and what he's doing and what he's saying to me and how he's expressing his feelings. And whatever happened after that, people were like, kya kiya hai? But I was like, no, it was a moment, and I can never ever forget that, because it takes a lot of guts for a man to come out in public and go down on one knee and in front of the whole fraternity and around the cameras, which would go viral once the video is out. doing all of this, it's a lot of confidence.
So I was there in the audience when that was happening, but I couldn't quite see the emotions from the front of the stage. So when I got back to my hotel, I watched it properly because it was everywhere on social media. And I thought it was so cute. I thought it was so sweet. I thought your reactions to one another were so natural and so in the moment. And I love the way Yasir is comforting you, and I love the way Yasir is kissing your forehead. It's natural, right? That's how somebody would react. But obviously the Garrett brigade has come out on social media, and you've had people like Hamza Ali Abbasi defending you and saying, you know, you've done nothing wrong. Is it disappointing or disheartening to see the way people, I mean, they wouldn't leave you alone when you weren't engaged, and they're not leaving you alone when you are engaged?
Even when we'll be married, I know they won't leave us alone. Even when we go on our honeymoon, they'll be like, नहीं नहीं, आपको हम अकेला नहीं जाने देंगे, हम भी आपके साथ चलेंगे, even if it's on a phone. So I don't mind that, because I think that we've chosen to be in public's eyes, and there's going to be criticism, then there's going to be the good words and all of the compliments you get from the audience and the public. They love you so much, they're the fans as well, and I don't mind hearing a bit of a criticism, because there's like 90% of the compliments and all of that.
But there's criticism, and then there's opinionated judgment. And what happens with you, Iqra, I've noticed a lot of times, is opinionated judgment. Why do you think people think they have the right to judge your decisions?
Because we've given them permission to do that. If we, for example, if you say something to me, and if I don't say anything to you, if I don't, you know, give you a soft shut up call, maybe, if I be honest, if I don't give you a soft shut up call that, okay, I know that's your opinion, and that is my opinion, which I've already said, but I'm going to do whatever I think is right for me. And thank you for the opinion. I understand what you think about this particular thing. But then they think that it's okay to impose their opinion and their rights and wrongs on you. And we shouldn't be allowing that.
I actually didn't see any of those judgmental comments until I saw the defense. So when I saw Hamza Ali Abbasi's tweet and I saw Adnan Malik tweet as well in your defense, I was like, oh, I didn't even realize there was a controversy.
Exactly, there's like more than 90% good comments, and all the duas and the prayers and the blessings. And there were so many people. I was so happy, Haroon, when I got backstage. I like directly ran to Yasir. I was like, what did you do? And then everybody came to us and they were giving us their blessings, and all the seniors, and even Mahira messaged me, and everyone there. I was so happy that they're so genuinely happy for a couple that they're getting married, and it's so good.
Are you worried you're getting married too young?
No.
You are very young.
I was worried. I would be honest. I was worried. But then I was like, no, why not? Why not? It's going to happen one day. Then why not right now? And, you know, just right away after this.
But you and Yasir were unapologetic even before the engagement. You both walked in hand on the red carpet in coordinated outfits as well. Of course, we spoke about your outfits on the red carpet, but it was a real statement. There's some celebrity couples before they're engaged, thoda sa chupa lete hain, thoda sa they hold it back. Even if they walk in together, they're not holding hands sometimes. There's a little bit.
There's this shyness and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not shy. I'm not shy at all, because I was shy before I met him or before I was with him, because I'm a very introvert girl कि अच्छा मुझे red carpet पे भी जाना है तो मुझे anxiety हो जाती थी कि मुझे सबका जवाब देना है, पता नहीं लोग क्या पूछेंगे, and there's this long red carpet I have to go through. और मैं जब पिछले लक्स में भी पहुंची थी तो मैं इतना लेट पहुंची थी कि सब खत्म हो गया था रेड कार्पेट में.
You were in Lahore.
Yes, I was there. I attended, but I was so late that I was like, okay, I'm happy कि मुझे सिर्फ तस्वीरें खिंचवानी. I don't have to answer to anyone, because that is a very difficult part for me. But then when I met Yasir, I learned so much, because he's very good with his words and he is just so good that, you know, I learned a lot from him. मगर उस वक्त मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था, and I was on the top of the world and I was on top of my game. I was like, I am confident, I'm here, and now I'm going to enjoy this.
Where does that confidence come from? You said you're a confident person, but when you're a Pakistani girl living in a society that is patriarchal, and knowing full well that whatever you and Yasir do, you will be judged more than he will, where does that confidence come from?
From my family, I would say, because I don't have a man in my house. My father passed away a few years back, so I had a single mother, and I had one sister, and I've seen her work hard so much that I admire her, and I'm always like, you know, I look up to you, the way you make your decisions, the way you've made yourself. You're such a strong woman. And my mother, they know all about it, and they're very happy, and my mother actually cried, and she loves Yasir more than me. So there, you know, there you go, I have the confidence then. And they are such strong women that I come from a family which have made their decisions on their own and decided कि अब हमारी ज़िंदगी कैसी होगी ये हम decide करेंगे.
If you are a personality like that, some actresses worry that they won't appeal to the masses of Pakistan. That's the truth. If we see typically the actresses who have really cut through on television have been known for having a more demure image, a kind of more sober image. When we think of Pakistani television, traditional, we think of Myra Khan in Humsafar, right? That's maybe one of the first images that comes to mind. You're not that girl, Iqra.
I'm not. I have never been that girl. मैं बचपन से I'll tell you this one secret. मैंने बचपन से jeans, t-shirt, and I've carried that kind of look, and I've always had a bob cut. I never had मतलब लंबे बाल. अम्मी बाल काटती थी घर पे, तो वो फ्रिंजेस काट दिए, इतने बाल काट दिए टेढ़े मेढ़े, लेकिन हमेशा छोटे. अम्मी ने एक दफ़ा मुझे शलवार कमीज़ पहना दी, and I'm in no offense to शलवार कमीज़, I love शलवार कमीज़ because that's more comfortable, loose कपड़े. But then मेरी नानी was like कि बेटा तुमने इसको अम्मी को कहती हैं बेटा तुमने इसे शलवार कमीज़ पहना दी है, ये तो किसी और की लड़की लग रही है, हमारी तो नहीं लग रही है, ये कौन है. मतलब उन्होंने मुझे पहचाना भी नहीं, मतलब पहचान लिया, मगर she was like, you know, she looks good in what she always wears and how she dresses up. अम्मी हमेशा कपड़े मेरे लिए चूज़ करती हैं, whether it's a jeans t-shirt, whether it's eastern or western, whatever, she chooses it. तो मुझे हमेशा अच्छा लगता है कि I want to be who I am. I mean like I don't mind being like dramas में तो आप नहीं कर सकते until and unless you have a character or you have a margin. तो उसमें मैं हूँ, जो मेरा character है, I am going to play that character and I am going to be in the limits of that character. But when I am done with my shoot and I'm done with my drama, when I am Iqra Aziz, this is who I am. And I think people should accept the fact that these are the characters and we admire her for these characters, like the way she dresses up, the way she talks, the behavior and all of that. We love her for this. But then she's Iqra Aziz.
Aren't there people advising you not to behave like this in your personal life? Were there people telling you, don't be seen with Yasir on holiday, don't be doing this, don't be doing that? It might affect people's impression of you.
Yes, there are so many people saying me and advising me not to do that because you're Iqra Aziz, he's Yasir Hussain, no, you guys shouldn't be doing that, or maybe you shouldn't be going out like that, hanging out like that, or you shouldn't go on Instagram saying this about this, blah blah blah. I'm like, please, I know you're absolutely right, I'm in public's eye and everybody sees me and notices me, what I'm saying, what I look like, what I'm wearing and all of that. But the main thing is that if I have a power, if people know me, because this is a power, social media and all of that, it's a really big thing in our hands.
It's a voice.
And if I want to, you know, make it public or, you know, put up a picture with Yasir and let them see कि अच्छा ठीक है ये हो रहा है ये सब हो रहा है तो ठीक है आप देखें, it's my choice.
But what I mean is, strategically, there is an image that you're trying to build as a drama actress. You have to be able to be relatable to the masses, and quite often that has to be an extension of what your real life personality is. For years, we thought Garrett from Humsafar was Myra Khan. Similarly, you know, some of the roles Sajal has played, we think that she is like that. I'm sure that neither of them are like that, but they maintain that perception a lot of the times in the public eye. You choose not to. Could that be harmful on your career?
I don't think it is, because I always work really hard for whatever I'm chosen for whatever character they choose me for. I really work hard and I try my level best to do what they're asking me to do or what the character is and how we need to portray it. But then if you see Deepika Padukone as well, if she did that Ghumar song and that Ram Leela and all of that, तो आपको ये नहीं लगेगा कि यही राजपूताना, you know, that यही मलका है, मतलब वो अपने नहीं होंगे. अलग है, बहुत अलग है, क्योंकि इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक ऑफ, you know, all of that, तो आपको वो सारी चीज़ों का ख्याल रखना पड़ता है. लेकिन this is who I am. I can't live two lives, that I have to be this drama image maintain करनी पड़ती है, फिर आपको ये करना पड़ता है. मैं चाहती हूँ कि जो मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ वो मैं बोल सकूं.
Now we can talk about your work as well, because that's what you are, Iqra. You are an excellent actress.
Thank you so
You're
much.
an award-winning actress. You just won 2 awards at the Lux Style Awards.
Thank you for all the support you gave me on the red carpet.
My pleasure, because I genuinely think you deserve the praise and the love that you're getting.
Thank
but
you.
tell me about Suno Chanda, because you said you were at LSA last year. Even if you were there, I might not have recognised you, because Iqra Aziz wasn't really on my radar this time last year. It was Suno Chanda that really changed things for me. Did you feel a lot more people becoming aware of who you are and what you do after that drama?
Yes, it did really happen, because Suno Chanda was such a family play that even a kid, even the older ones, the younger ones, the cousins and all of that, because it was a big family play, everyone saw that. So, there was this different fan base which you had after Suno Chanda. Even a 3-year-old kid would come to you and be like, "You're Ajia Nazakatali," and then I'm like, this is what you want in your life.
Were there no nerves in you or apprehensions in you for doing that role? Because typically comedy is not something that's been that successful in the last few years. Why did you still want to do that genre?
I ended doing Tabir, and Tabir was a very different character, and it was so emotional, and it was a character which took a lot from me. And then I thought, I need a break. Then Ehsan Talish came to me and he was like, I've been offered this play and I would want you to do it, and it's like this. I was like, I haven't even read the script. But he was like, just do it. And that was the 3rd play I had to do with him. I was like, I trust you, man. Let's go for it. And soon after Tabir, we jumped onto Suno Chanda's set, and we had a little bit time, 2 months to do 30 episodes, and we just did it.
But time did catch up with you, didn't it?
Yes,
because
we did it with all our hearts, and the entire team, we were like a family off screen. That's why we were so gelled in when we were doing the scenes. We used to do scenes like in a blink of an eye, because we knew कि हमें क्या एक दूसरे को बोलना है.
Also, I feel like there could be a film made on the making of Suno Chanda, because I've spoken to so many of the cast and the team of Suno Chanda, and everybody tells me it became like a madhouse by the end of it, because you were shooting every episode and it was going out the next day. So it was literally shoot, edit, air, shoot, edit, air.
और कभी-कभी ऐसा भी होता था कि हम जैसे आज सुबह कोई सीन कर रहे होते थे और वो रात में चलना होता था. So we used to be like, कल वाला काम बाद में करेंगे, पहले आज रात की एपिसोड का एक सीन जाना है, वो करो. So we used to be like that. We were like, it was a madhouse, no doubt. Or it was a double camera shoot. Cookie भी था जो हमारा co-director था. He was shooting half scenes. So we would be running from one set to another, changing like anything.
And do you think that enhanced you as an actress in being able to deal with difficult shoots? Because although it was fun, I'm guessing it was pretty difficult.
It was difficult, but the challenge was when I was doing 2-3 dramas together, like a year or 2 back, तब मुझे realize हुआ था कि अच्छा कभी आपकी dates हैं, because ये तो एक ही शूट थी कि एक ही अजिया नज़ाकत अली का कैरेक्टर था which we had to do from one set to another. But at that time I was doing like 3 characters at one time, and I was like कि इस character से निकल के उसमें, because 3 were different and all that. तब मैंने सीख लिया कि नहीं, you need to do one project at a time and give that project, that character all the time.
When you were working up until the point of Suno Chanda, you were doing dramas like Garrett, which we were going to speak about. There's also Khamoshi, all these things that you were getting praise for, but it wasn't quite the breakthrough, was it? It wasn't quite reaching as many people as one would hope it would reach. Was there ever a sense of frustration about Kab Hoga, when you're seeing everybody else racing ahead and you're like, Mera time kab aayega? Did you ever have those moments?
I didn't, because at that time मुझे कभी भी उस चीज़ से नहीं होता कि कितने लोग मुझे जानते हैं. मुझे हमेशा बस ये होता है कि if I'm good at something, I want to do it differently every time. मतलब मैं एक ही चीज़ बार-बार नहीं कर सकती. I would rather sit back at my home, watch TV, eat something, just gain weight maybe, but I cannot consecutively do the same thing again and again.
Sure.
So I wanted to do something different, and I was doing different. I was feeling happy with whatever I was getting. So I don't mind.
So straight after Suno Chanda aired, Ranjha Kardi began on Hum TV just shortly after, a couple of weeks after I think it was. And obviously you had an audience that you now carried with you from Suno Chanda into Ranjha Kardi, did you start feeling a sense of pressure that now there's expectations from me, now they want me to deliver something solid?
There was a lot of pressure because it was a light mood play, it was a comedy play, people loved it. Then Ranjha Kardi was a very serious topic and a very different thing which you had to get into yourself. और वो सारी चीज़ें सब जब करना था and keeping the storyline in your mind. It was a different kind of a couple we wanted to portray. Or logo ki acceptance and all of that, it was a lot of pressure.
What drew you towards Ranjha Kardi? I actually think that the decision to do Suno Chanda was probably easier than the decision to do Ranjha Kardi. What was your thought process?
The first thing which was on my mind, जिसकी वजह से मैंने हाँ बोल दी, was Kashif Nisar, because I wanted to work with him like since a year. उस वक्त मुझे टाइम हो गया था. I wanted him to come to me and be like कि बेटा मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि तुम ये कैरेक्टर करो, because he's one of the finest directors we have. And then he wanted me to do it, and I was doing Suno Chanda, so I was like, you know, I am in this Ramzan play and I cannot leave it and come to you because it's like airing every day. And then he was like, no worries, I can wait for you. He waited for me, and that was the biggest thing of my life, that one of the finest directors is saying ke, okay, it's okay, if you're shooting, no worries, I'll wait for you. And then I was like, I have to like give my 2000% in it. I have to be at my best for this, and I have to prove him ke acha, it was worth your wait.
Did you have any worries about whether the audiences would accept Ranjha Kardi? Because your role is the central lead role, but of course the leading hero of the drama, or certainly who eventually becomes the leading hero of the drama, is a man who is suffering with mental health problems, and that's not something we see in Pakistani dramas very often at all, and not something we see accepted by Pakistani drama audiences either.
He was so natural that you just, you know, you have to accept.
But you didn't worry about it when it was on paper? Okay, I'm doing a drama, it's not with, you know, a typical kind of leading hero.
It was so different because he had a character and he had a journey as well, and I had a different journey as well, from garbage can to into a house in which I get all the respect and a family and a man in your life, a husband, love, and all of that, getting all of that, you know, coming from garbage side or kachre wali jagah aur wo sab kuch. It was a journey which attracted me, कि ऐसी जगह से उठना और ऐसी जगह से आना, and being a girl who wants to study and, you know, prove herself first that she is worth of all of the things out in the world, and she can achieve all of that, and she wants to study and she wants to make something, and you know.
You know, Ranjha Kardi dealt with several different issues, not just highlighting mental health problems, which is obviously done through Imran Ashraf's character Bola, but also the class divide. And certainly in the first 10 episodes, the class divide is probably the biggest theme of the drama. It's about a girl who comes from such a poor neighborhood that even going to work in a factory and earning her own money, the empowerment of earning your own money, is so rewarding for her. What do you hope people learn from Ranjha Kardi? There's certainly an aim to educate people with this drama.
This is a very different question. Nobody asked me this, and I'm glad that you asked me. If you have something, do not take it for granted, because there's maybe more than 50% of the people who do not have all of these luxuries which you have. They cannot go out buy a shirt which is even of 1,000 rupees. So instead, you go out, help people, you know, in the things which, मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि आप जाएं बाहर खाना खिलाएं, वो सारी चीज़ें करें. मतलब for me what I think is कि अगर आप कभी शादी भी कर रहे हैं, do not spend a lot of money on that. Instead आप वो पैसा बचाएं, और जिन लड़कियों की शादी नहीं हो पा रही क्योंकि वो उनके घर भी इतने अच्छे नहीं हैं, उनके पास इतने पैसे नहीं हैं कि वो शायद कम से कम वाला भी शादी का जोड़ा ले सके, बिकॉज हर लड़की का ख्वाब होता है वो शादी के जोड़े में शादी करे. आप उनकी हेल्प करें, यू नो, हेल्पिंग आउट पीपल लाइक दैट, एंड मे बी हेल्पिंग आउट पीपल विद देयर जॉब्स एंड विद देयर एजुकेशन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, यू नो, दैट इज़ द बेसिक हाईलाइट ऑफ दैट. अगर वो लोग सीख लें तो क्या ही बात हो जाएगी.
there was criticism of Ranjha Kardi as well, that some themes weren't dealt with in the most appropriate fashion, or that some scenes weren't explained. I told you I had a few issues with the mental health problem scenes, and there was other aspects as well. You obviously are a very vocal person. You have commented on several issues over the years. Do you think twice now before commenting? Because people don't always like your opinions, do they, Iqra?
Because it's my opinion and they don't like it, and they think of me as Ajia Nazakatili or Naima or all of the characters I've done. But then I'm like thinking, I need to give my opinion, I can't keep my mouth shut, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then I'm in this feeling and I'm like, no, just go out and say what you think, what is right. Even the fraternity comes to you and says कि नहीं आपको ये नहीं करना चाहिए, क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए? If we have, मतलब अल्लाह ने हमें आवाज़ दी है, जैसे audience है, they have the right to criticize us कि अच्छा आपने ये काम अच्छा नहीं किया, वो नहीं अच्छा किया, लेकिन उसके अलावा कुछ लोग होंगे जो बोलेंगे like there's this मतलब कुछ एक ग्रुप होगा जो मुझे आके बोलेगा यार सुनो चंदा मैंने नहीं देखा हुआ, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग होंगे आके बोलेंगे यार हम आपके फ़ैन हो गए सुनो चंदा के बाद से. तो वो डिवाइडेड होता है, सब चीज़ें होती हैं, बट देन यू कांट स्टॉप योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम गिविंग योर ओपिनियन, एंड एक्टर्स are not allowed to do that.
But isn't the argument, Iqra, that if an actor has a problem with a scene, they should say it on the set, there and then, to the writer or director? Do you feel comfortable enough to do that? And do the writers and directors take your points on board?
I do, because I think where I am right now, I have a little bit sense. I wouldn't say I have all the sense in the world, but I have a little bit sense of the story or what I'm choosing for, what I'm going for. If I'm choosing a character, मुझे कुछ तो उसमें दिखा होगा, कुछ तो ऐसा कि मतलब मैं बोलूँ no, I want to portray this girl and I want to make it like this. मैं इसको इस तरीके से बनाना चाहती हूँ कि कोई इससे कुछ सीखे. तो मेरी हमेशा यही कोशिश होती है, and I've worked with such great directors and such great teams and channels कि वो आपकी बात सुनते भी हैं, क्योंकि अगर आप कुछ सही कह रहे हैं तो कैसे कोई आपकी बात नहीं सुनेगा.
What I really liked about the first few episodes of Ranjha Kardi, especially when you're first coming to the city, is you weren't scared to look ugly. Not physically ugly, but you weren't scared if your hair was out of your hair was out of place, your teeth are dirty. There's so much in those first few scenes which maybe other actresses wouldn't be willing to do. Are you ever vain about the process of acting? Do you ever worry about how you're going to look on screen?
Never. मेरा दिन में सिर्फ एक दफ़ा मेकअप होता है, and then when a makeup artist comes and he's like यार अच्छा आपका अब solo है 5th scene में you need to do touch up. I'm like no, please. Even if I don't have base on my face, I don't care. I'm pretty much okay with this. I am okay with going out bare face. I don't mind.
How do you get your mind, your head into the space of where that character is? You've never lived in a garbage kind of area. How do you get your mind? Because it's different. In Suno Chanda, she's a girl living in a nice house in Defence, right? In Ranjha Kardi, she's nowhere. Like, how do you even make yourself relate to somebody like that?
If I be honest, I come from a middle class, and the way I've lived, it's वो वाला कि मिडिल क्लास वाला, क्योंकि पूरी फैमिली में कभी भी दूर दूर तक किसी ने एक्टिंग नहीं की, कोई मीडिया में नहीं था, कुछ इतना क्रिएटिव था ही नहीं कि आपको ज़रा सा भी एक्सपोजर हो या कुछ. तो आई कम फ्रॉम दैट काइंड ऑफ अ फैमिली, फ्रॉम दैट मिडिल क्लास. जिस एरिया में मैं रही हूँ सारी चीज़ें, I've always been without luxuries and all of that. मम्मी ने हमेशा ये कोशिश की कि नहीं आप अच्छा पढ़ें क्योंकि लड़कियां हैं, तरबियत अच्छी हो, सारी चीज़ें, बट द लग्जरीज weren't there in my childhood. मेरी तो फिर भी थी, आप ही की नहीं थी I would say. लेकिन वो सारी चीज़ें मैंने देखी हुई हैं, and I've been through the strongest phases of life. तो जब आप उस सब से निकलते हैं और आप कोई ऐसा कैरेक्टर करते हैं, या you choose to do a character which is really difficult and which is very like into shades and all of that, फिर आप बोलते हैं कि आप भूल जाएं कि आप कौन हैं, या आपकी क्या फ़ैन बेस है, या आप कितना प्यारा लग सकते हैं और आप अभी नहीं लग रहे हैं. So I leave all of that behind. When I first saw that set, I was like, I just want to jump into it.
Is it hard to be taken seriously when you're so young, Iqra, in this industry?
It is. I would say कि अब शायद जाके किसी ने मुझे थोड़ा serious लेना शुरू होगा, because मैं वैसे ही shy हूँ. I don't say much and मैं बस.
You don't come across as a shy person.
I don't, but अभी मैं आपको देख के confident लग रही हूँ. It's all because of Yasir. Thank you to him. But I never speak on set. I'm always like कि यार गाने सुन लिए, I watch series और ये सब कुछ मैं अपने पूरे gadgets के साथ जाती हूँ set पे. It was difficult पहले लेकिन अब कुछ हो गया है because now I've started speaking to my directors and the channels and the producers कि शायद हम इसको ऐसे कर सकते हैं स्टोरी में, कैरेक्टर को अगर हम ऐसा कर दें, मतलब I give my thoughts to them.
Iqra, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Asian Network.